has been such a cool and unique opportunity spending time with my fun and furry friends. If you want a chance to cuddle with some lambs, stop by Land of Milk and Honey Farms this spring. A big welcome back this week for Watauga High School. Thursday, students went back to class, and Friday, the first home football game in over a month, and the atmosphere was electric. A doubleheader for App State basketball on a snowy Saturday afternoon. On the men's side against JMU, they achieved a victory for the third consecutive time.
The portal has been, it was really disruptive, and in terms of managing a roster and knowing who's going to be back year to year. In some of those fights, you're not winning. It's not a fair fight, quite frankly. No matter how many people we put in the stadium, whether you have an 80,000 seat stadium or a 40,000 seat stadium, this is as good as atmosphere as anywhere in the country. So when you have all those things going for you, you feel really good. But if all of a sudden the money's significantly different than we can even fathom, then it's not going to be part of the equation. Some of the folks coming in, it was all about the money. And most of those aren't ones that came here. If that was the deciding factor, we probably don't win that. We're trying to the best of our ability to strengthen everything that we have. And we're going to recruit student athletes that want to be here, that want to be at App State. If somebody comes to App State, gives their all for App State, graduates, goes somewhere else, great. We're excited for them. The one thing we can control is how we treat them when they're here. Their success is important for our success.
Although the adjustment of the transfer portal deadline has caused unrest to players and coaches trying to fill out a roster, for the athletic department, priorities lie in keeping sufficient funds. This means keeping a close eye on the revenue sharing program and outside donations.
One of the things that we take really seriously is that we need to be an economic driver for our communities up here. And certainly as we recover from Helene, folks need people in this community, spending money in this community and patronizing our businesses in this community.
Back in 2021, the 3333 Collective was created to improve the lives and opportunities of student athletes through outside donors. We know it as the App State NIL program. In addition to donations, the revenue sharing program will allow the school to share a portion of the athletic department's revenue with the athletes themselves.
We're really going to focus on anything we do in the collective space with 3333. That's going to stay. We're going to work with those folks. But really, we're really transitioning to what does the house settlement look like. And then starting in July, we'll be able to do some of that funding inside the athletic department. That's why Football Support Fund, Yosef Club, directly supporting from a fundraising perspective, the athletic department is really going to be a primary goal of ours moving forward.
You heard Doug Gillen mention the house settlement, but what is it? The house settlement is a class action lawsuit that involves the NCAA and specific conferences. It addresses back damages and future benefits for Division I athletes. The movement towards fair compensation and scholarship opportunities was partially approved in October, but plans to be fully approved in April. For the second year in a row, App State upset JMU, and it's just what the Mountaineers needed.
Just very proud of everyone in our organization. From our players first and foremost. It was a great team victory, and to celebrate the 19 seniors that walked, the 26 total that will leave this program, was a great way to end their career here at the Rock. I told them last night, I told them this morning, quit worrying about what you can't do. I'm going to tell you what you can do, and you can impose your will. You can win this football game. Our players bought in with that. We told them at pregame meal, listen, you either hammer or the nail. If you can't find a hammer, find a rock. I think our team really signifies what our community is about. I want to make sure I thank the fans and our student section. Man, what an incredible atmosphere. And you guys are the difference maker when we do well.
After a slow start, App State went on the attack and played well on both sides of the ball.
We've had some tough losses through some self-inflicted wounds, and today we showed that if we play clean football, what kind of team we can be. But man, if you believe in what you do and you keep working, good things are going to happen. And I think today's a great example of when tough times are going to happen. But man, tough people, they rise to the occasion. And our team's a bunch of tough kids that love this university, love this program, and love one another.
I think the mentality today was, just taking one game at a time. Everybody be in the moment and just do their job, go out there and win. We know they were a good team, but we know we were a better team, and we showed that today.
Our coach always says he feel like he can put anybody in and we'll be good, and I feel the same way.
The big thing about this victory is App State's chances at a bowl game are still alive. Next Saturday, App State just has to head down to Georgia Southern and steal that win.
It is incredible. You know, overwhelmingly, both students, staff, parents, and community have just said, we're all glad to be back to this. Even though there are still parts of our county that have lots of issues, you know, as long as we can come together and celebrate being a Pioneer together, it's a great thing.
First game after the storm, getting back out here, getting to give it something, the community something to come out and enjoy, and that was something we were really excited about, was to give it ourselves a home game and get back out here playing after the aftermath there of the storm. It had been a while since we had been here, so we were really looking forward to it.
We had a lady come in and she just, she started crying. As soon as she came into the Lamb, she started crying. It was just so amazing to her to actually be this close to animals. It really touches people like nothing I've seen. Like it's, I feel it's been like a service, because I think a lot of times in the busyness of life, people don't stop to kind of just relax and just kind of connect with nature. So God turned our lives right side up, and we wanted to glorify Him in our name. Since we started with one dairy cow, and we had been raising honeybees for forever, we thought the land of milk and honey farm, where God brings the children out of Egypt into the promised land, a land flowing with milk and honey.
If we're going to do this as a farm, we're also going to do it as a ministry. And so I don't remember really what the discussion was, but we picked the name based on Genesis. It fit our place very well. Our biggest thing is we want to be an education to people.
We got to continue being offensive. We got to focus a little bit more on the little details and a couple of weights. You know, just little things. You know, not mat returning guys, letting guys score at the end of periods. You know, stuff like that will bite you in the butt when the competition gets more competitive. And so we got to clean up some of those things and not wrestle so sloppy.
You know, you just learn you got to wrestle your own match. Different styles match up differently, and I like to go out there and score points, and that's what I try to do.
It's hard to see somebody be stressed out and annoyed and upset and try so hard, and then it's a spiral down to an anger and a frustration, and I wouldn't really say a depression, but you know, when you get kicked a lot.
The biggest thing in my life that has helped me stay positive through this whole thing is the support of my family.
I think I just try to remain calm, always keep the positive spin on everything, and just know, you know, things are okay.
And of course, Huntley and Tate did really well today, but Alonzo Dodd really proved to sparkle. What is he doing for the team?
Yeah, he's given us some pressure off those guys because of his ball handling and scoring ability, and so Alonzo's really helping our team right now. He's also defending, and so you know, really proud of him and his development. And you made a decision not to pit in the final stretch. What was going through your head?
I pit on the lap 30 and took that tire earlier, so I really didn't have an option to come in and get a tire. So things just worked out at the end. You know, if we didn't get that caution, I would have finished fourth and put me in the position. One car got taken out, car got put to the back, one car pit, and there I was in the lead. And from there, it really was my race to lose.
And Justin Haley described Cup as a different planet. How are you supporting him, and how is that relationship going?
It's been really good. You know, we've tried to just kind of knock it out of the park, I would say, as far as giving him a nice race car and stuff that maybe he's never had in his past. You know, really nice equipment inside the car, and his suit and helmet and gloves. It doesn't matter what it is. We've tried to kind of knock it out of the park, and you know, all that's went really good so far.
And there was a high number of stoppages towards the end of your match. What was going through your head?
I kind of enjoyed it, honestly. It's kind of like a break, kind of get to catch your breath a little bit, and refocus on what you need to do, think about what you're going to do when you get in that scenario, so it's nice.
This Thursday, App State plays Troy on their home turf. Oh yes. Boone is booming with a lot of new lately, and with graduation season right around the corner, the Boone area will be packed with out-of-town residents. Luckily, there's a new option for lodging just minutes away from all the excitement. App State men's and women's basketball has 2 games apiece this week, with its regular season home finales on Saturday with the men's taking on Marshall and the ladies against JMU.